for this video, we'll do a Mathematics of Engineering exam review po. Ang magiging topic natin dito ay tungkol sa mga radians, frustums, at saka mga prismatoid. Alright, so I will be answering 8 or 9 problems which will cover these 3 topics. So let's go! At bago po munang lahat, shout out nga po pala sa mga blackmates ko, Black 10, Black in Yellow, shout out sa inyong lahat. Papasa lahat tayo this sem. Alright? Okay, first, problem number 2. Sabi sa problem natin dito guys, one angle of a triangle is 25 degrees. So basically, we have a triangle yan. Yung isa daw is 25 degrees. This is 25 degrees. The other angle is 1.3 radians. So let's name that 1.3 radians. And find the third angle. So ano daw to? Yung when we add the 3 angles of kapag pin-add po natin yung 3 angles ng triangle, it would yield to 180 degrees. So basically guys, pag i-add natin to, it should add up to 180 degrees. Pero para mahanap natin tong angle C, dapat i-convert mo natin tong radians into degrees. Alright? So how do we convert radians into degrees? Basically, that's 1.3 radians times 180 over pi. Our answer is along 74 degrees. So let's round that off. So magiging 74 degrees po siya. Alright, so 74 degrees, alam natin na that's the angle here or equal to 74 degrees. So basically, we can now solve for the angle C. That would be equal to C is equal to 180 minus the sum of angle A and angle B. So to do that, substitute values. The A is equal to 81 degrees. Now, sabi dito, find the third angle in degrees. So, we have it in degrees and in radians. So, to find the radians, let's convert it again to radians. That would be equal to 81 degrees times pi over 180. So, 81 times pi divided by 180, that's equal guys sa 1.41. 1.41 radians. So, these are our 2 answers. So, basically, for this problem, dapat alam nyo kung paano mag-convert from radians to degrees. That would be very essential, guys. Alright, next problem here. Sabi dito, find the angle between the hands of the clock at, yun. So, we are finding angles here between hands of a clock. So, initially, kailangan nating i-draw muna yung clock na yun para mas ma-visualize natin siya ng gusto. So, for example, first is we have 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock, we have here 12, 6, we have here 3, we have here 9, tama ba? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, 2 o'clock guys, yung hour hand natin is naka-point sa 2, exactly at 2. And ang ating minute hand ay naka-point sa 12. So this is 2 o'clock. Now, ihanapin daw natin yung angle dito. So, para mas madali, let's find it in degrees. Kapag yung hinahanap sa problem ay in radians, basically, you just need to convert it guys, alright? So for dito, paano natin yun mahahanap? Basically guys, ang clock kasi is divided into 12 equal parts. And alam natin, ng isang full circle ay 360 degrees. So, para mahanap natin kung ilang degrees ba ang isang hours, ilang degrees nga ba, we just need to divide 360 divided by 12. That is equal to 30 guys. So, ibig sabihin, ang isang oras ay equal yan sa 30 degrees. So, kung mapapansin nyo dito, ilang oras ba? That's going to 1 and going to 2. Basically, that's 2 hours, which means it's 30 times 2. That's 60 degrees. Alright? So, at letter A, the angle between the hands of the clock is 60 degrees. Alright? 7:30 naman tayo. Let's draw another clock here. 7:30. So, we have here 12, 6, 3, 9. We have here 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 7:30. Basically guys, yung minute hand natin, naka-diretso yan sa 6 which is at 30, diba? However, yung 7 natin, hindi yan naka-eksaktong naka-point dito sa 7. Naka-point out yan, dito yan guys, sa gitna ng 7 and 8, alright? So, basically, anong angle natin dito? What we are sure is, may isang oras na from 7 to 6. So, we have initially 30 degrees. Now, ano ngayon yung angle here from 7 going to this point? Now, sabi dito kasi, naka 30 minutes na siya, di ba? And we know that, ang isang oras para mag-move from 7 to 8, it needs to have 60 minutes. So, kukunin natin yung fraction nun, which is 30. That's 30 minutes divided by 60. which is equal to 1/2. Now, kukunin natin ngayon yung 1/2 ng isang oras, that's 30. Times 30, which is equal to 15. So, basically, we need to add 15 to 30. So, our final answer, guys, is 45 degrees. Alright? So, basically, it's somewhat kailangang intindihin ng maayos kung paano nag-move from one place to another. Alright? So, next problem tayo. Dito, problem na letter C. Okay, letter C naman tayo. Sabi dito, 5:15. So, let's draw 5:15. Here's 12. Here's 3. Here's 6. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5:15. Una, yung minute hand natin, guys. Yung minute hand natin, nakadiretso yan sa 15 minute, which is sa letter 3. Di ba? Letter 3. Number 3. Now, yung alas 5, that's 5. Hindi yan nakadiretso sa diretsong 5. Nasa gitna yan ng 6 tsaka 5. Hindi specifically gitna pero between them. Di ba? Now, hahanapin natin yung angle. Yung una natin gawin is to bilangin muna natin kung ilan yung hours. Di ba? First hour, that's isang oras hanggang dito. Isang oras rin papunta dito. So, basically, we have 2 hours na. That's 2 times 30, 60 degrees na tayo. Plus, hahanapin natin yung point from 5 going to this midpoint. First step is to find the ratio kagaya ng ginawa natin dito. Ilang minutes ba to? This is 15 minutes, di ba? So, that's 15 minutes divided by 60. We get the ratio that's equal to, I think, 1/4. Tama ba? Trust issues, 15 divided by 60. Yeah, 1/4. 1/4, i-multiply natin yan sa isang oras, which is 30 degrees. 1/4, guys, times 30 is 7.5. So, i-add na lang natin dito, plus 7.5, di ba? That's plus 7.5, which is equal to 60 plus 7.5 is 67.5 degrees. Yan. So, our answer here, guys, is 67.5 degrees. So, there are a lot of ways how to solve this, guys. First nga, yung nga sinasabi ko, yung getting the ratio. Pero kung ayaw nyo yun, I presented here, ano tawag doon? I presented here, I have another solution for you guys, right? So, try nating isolve, okay, yeah. Try nating isolve ito by this another solution. Alright, di ba sabi ko, yung isang oras, that's equal to ilang minutes ulit yun guys, ilang degrees, that's 30 degrees. Ngayon naman, we find kung ilang degrees yung 1 minute. So, kung dito, di ba, this is 12, this is 1. From 12 to 1, we know that there is 30 degrees per hour. Now, to have 60 minutes, magmo-move dito yung to have 1 hour, magmo-move dito yung hour hand para ma-complete yung 60 minutes ng isang 30 degrees. Ibig sabihin, for this 30 degrees, ang per minute is i-divide natin yan sa 60, 'di ba? Ay joke lang. 60, yun tama. Sa 30 degrees, i-divide niyan natin yan sa 60 minutes. So, 30 divided by 60 is 0.5 degrees. So, we know that for 1 hour, we have 30 degrees. For 1 minute, we have 0.5 degrees. So, paano natin yan magagamit? Okay, balik tayo dito. We have 2 hours, right? That's 1 hour, 2 hours. We know that's 2 times 30, it's equal to 60 degrees. Ngayon, ilang minutes yung natira dito? Ilang minutes ba yung given? Yung minutes na given, that's 15 minutes, di ba? Yun yung given 15 minutes. So, that's 15 times 0.5. 15 times 0.5, that's equal to 7.5. So, basically, you sum them up, you arrive with the answer 67.5. Gets? Yan. So, isolve ulit natin yun gamit yung 730. Yan. Itong 730, di ba guys? That's 12, you have 6, you have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now, sa 730 natin, yung hour hand mo, ay yung minute hand mo naka-point sa 6, and yung hour hand mo nasa gitna ng dalawang to. You know that from 7 to 6, that's 30, di ba? That's 30. Kasi isang oras. Now, ilang minutes ba yung natira dito? That's 30 minutes. Basically, that's 30 times 0.5, that's 15. So, 15 plus yung initial na 30, that's equal to 45 degrees. Ganun po yung nakuha. So, there are a lot of ways kung paano siya masosolve. It's just up to you kung saan ka mas comfortable para masolve ito. Alright? Next, question number 3. Sabi naman dito guys, the angle between a tangent and a chord is 1/4 radians. So basically, we're now moving to area of sectors and segments, alright? So the angle between a tangent and a chord is 1/4 radians. So let's draw a circle. Oh my god, it's not a circle. Isang try. Wala talaga guys. Okay, yan na lang. So the angle between a tangent and a chord is 1/4 radians. So ano ba yung tangent? By definition guys, dapat alam niyo kung ano yung mga chord, tangent, radius, diameter, ganun. That would be very helpful. Tangent is a line which touches the circle at only one point. So, siya i-type siya. Joke lang. Hindi yun joke. So, magdodraw ako ng straight line para naman maganda tingnan. Okay, so I will draw here a straight line. And always, yung tangent line, yung line na yun is always yung kung saan siya Okay, wait. Let me show you. Oh, yan. Kunwari, ito yung center natin, guys. Yung na-form na dito sa tangent line, papunta dito, that, guys, is always perpendicular, that always form 90 degrees. Always yan. Take note of that. Now, there's a tangent line and a chord. And yung angle na doon is 1/4 radians. So basically, I will draw a chord from this tangent, that point of tangency. Punta doon. This is the chord. This is the tangent line. And yung, anong tawag dito? Yung angle daw is 1/4 radians. Ito guys, that's 1/4 radians. Now, if the length of the arc is subtended by the chord is 5 meters, so ito guys, itong arc daw na to, that's equal to 5 meters. Yan yung nasubtend na arc. What is the radius of the circle? So, it's asking for this. Para ma-solve to, I can form here a sector. Yan. Itong part na yan, that's a sector. Alright? Just a review, guys. Itong part na to, ang area na na-form ng part na to, this is called the sector. And a chord, this part, this is what we call a segment. Alright? So, don't forget that. Pwede kong ma-solve kung ano yung angle na ito kasi alam ko na yung buong ito is 90 degrees. So, that's basically 90 degrees minus 1/4. This is 1/4 radian. Pero hindi ko siya pwedeng isubtract kapag hindi ko pa siya nako-convert into its into same units like degrees, radians. So basically, I will convert itong radians natin into degrees kasi mas comfortable ako working with degrees. So converting 1/4 radians into degrees, that would be equal to 1/4 times 180 over pi. So that would be equal to pi. So I have here 14 degrees. So I'll round it off, guys. So this guys, yan 14 degrees yan. So to find this angle, I will subtract it with 90. That's 90 minus 14. That's equal to 76 degrees. So I know this, guys, that's 76 degrees. Yan. Now, alam ko na ang angle dito, guys, is always equal dito. Kasi this is the radius, They are both equal. Ibig sabihin, the opposite angles is also equal. So if this is 76, the other one is 76. So to find for this angle, that would be 76 times 2 minus 180. So 76 times 2, that's equal to 152 minus 180. This is 28 degrees. Alright? So our central angle. So I'll draw it again here. Ganyan. Itong angle natin dito, guys, that's 28 degrees. Tama? Yeah, that's 28 degrees. Now, the arc length here is 5. Alright? So pwede ko nang ma-solve yung radius using the formula for the arc length. Arc length, guys, is equal yan sa theta. Theta is the what do you call this? Theta is the angle, the central angle times the radius. Pero take note, theta here in this formula is in radians. So I need to convert again 28, guys, 28 into radians. So converting 28 into radians, that would be equal to 28 times pi over 180. Grab your calculator, that would be 28 times pi over 180. That would be equal to 0.49, approximately let's say it's 0.5. That's it's approximately 0.5. Now, if my theta, that's 0.5 times r, we know that s is 5. That's the arc length. Transpose ko yung 0.5 sa kabila. So, divide both sides by 0.5. My radius, therefore, is equal to 5 divided by 0.5 is equal to 10. Alright? So it's a long manipulation process, but yeah, when you find out the answer, it will be very satisfying. Alright? So next problem, guys. Next problem dito, a chord is 24 centimeter. A chord is 24 centimeter long, and its midpoint is 8 centimeter from the midpoint of the shorter arc. Find the radius of the circle. Complicated. Alright. So that's the center. A chord is 24 centimeter. So let's draw a chord over here. This is 24, guys. 24. And its midpoint ng chord, basically kapag midpoint ng chord yan, midpoint naka-perpendicular yan dito sa ating center. So andito yan. And its midpoint is 8 cm from the midpoint of its shorter arc. This is the shorter arc. This is the bigger arc. So this is the midpoint of the shorter arc. So let's connect that and let's put that as 8. Find the radius of the circle. Wow. Okay. So from this, pwede muna akong mag-draw. Paano natin ito gagawin? Mag-draw muna ako dito ng radius. Yan. So this is radius. Alright. So paano ko ngayon masosolve yung radius na to? Basically, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard. Pero there are ways. Lahat ng bagay may paraan. So let's find this way. Paano ba? Yes, ganito. Ito, i-connect ko to. Kasi 'di ba, nasa midpoint siya. Ibig sabihin, dito from here is also the radius. Yan. Radius yan. Ang length ng arc ng line segment from this midpoint of the chord to the center, that would be equal to r minus 8. Kasi 'di ba yung buong 2 is r? 'Di ba? Guys, this is the r, 'di ba? So yung value nito is yung buong ito, i-minus ko yung part na to. So this is r minus 8. Now I know that this chord here is for 24. So this would be equal to 12, yung kalahati. Now, kung mapapansin nyo, I form here a right triangle. So, kung i-redraw ko yan, that would be equal ito yung 12, ito yung r minus 8, ito yung r. Alright? So, from this, pwede kong gamitin yung Pythagorean theorem para ma-solve ko yung value ng r. Since may isa lang naman tayong value, may isa lang tayong variable which is r. So, r squared, di ba? C squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. R is my hypotenuse. So, that would be a is r minus 8. Squared natin yan. Plus b squared, that's 12 squared. So, let's evaluate that. R minus 8, i-expand natin yan. That's r squared minus 16r plus 64 plus 144. So that's r squared. Transpose natin yung r squared, guys. Magka-cancel out yan kasi kapag ilalagay natin sa kabilang side, magiging negative. So that's minus 16r plus 64 plus 144. I'm gonna transfer out 16r sa kabila para maging positive. So that's 16r is equal to 64 plus 144. 64 plus 144, that's equal to 208. So I can now solve for the value of r. Divide both sides by 16. R is equal to 13. Alright? Yeah, that's 13. So the value of our radius is 13. Tandananan. Yan. Yun. Other option, kung ganito yung given nyo, guys, you're given with this length and this length, you can use this technique para makuha yung value ng ating radius. Right? Next problem. Sabi naman dito, a segment of height 3. Alright. A segment of height. Alright. So, draw natin. So, meron tayong segment of height 3. This height, so kung ito yung segment, guys, ang height na sinasabi niyan is from this center to the midpoint of the arc is 3 inches. Ito daw, 3. Alright. And has an arc of 1/3 radian. Yung 1/3 na sinasabi niya, guys, that's the angle, central angle. Kasi when you are talking with radians, that can be radian, that will, what do you call this? This refers to this angle here. Kasi when you say radian, that's a measure of an angle. So, hindi yan pwedeng arc length. Nung una, I thought, maybe pwede siyang arc length, pero as I, ini-interpret ko, siguro ito yung angle dito. This is 1/3 radian. If you think I'm wrong, basically, maybe siguro baka mali ako, pero let's say na the problem looks like this, na meron tayong central angle na 1/3 radian, and we have here height of 3 inches. Now, hanapin natin yung area of segment, yung part na to, area of sector, yung buong ito, tsaka yung radius. So, paano natin to gagawin? First of all, guys, to do that, we have to find the radius kasi, review for the formulas. Area of segment, guys, is equal yan sa r squared over, ano yan? R squared, I think that's r squared over, yeah, r squared over 2 times theta minus sin theta. Sin theta. Always remember, yung mga theta nyo dito should be in radians. There's also a formula for degrees, but this is for radians. Kasi when you memorize a lot of formulas, baka mas mahirapan kayo. So, you need to stick with something. Formula ba for radians or degrees? For me, I choose for radians. Now, kapag na-take note kapag sinisimplify nyo sa calculator nyo, always make sure na yung mode nyo is nasa radians. Kapag nagsa-sin 1.3 radians kayo, dapat naka-radians yung mode nyo kasi mag-iiba yung sagot niyan kapag hindi yan naka-radians. Mamamali talaga sagot nyo, guys. Alright? Pero kapag degrees naman hinahanap nyo, hindi nyo kailangang ilagay sa radian mode kasi mamamali rin. Dapat nasa degree mode siya, di ba? At least may mga mode, di ba? Ngayon, area of sector naman, guys, r squared times theta, i-divide nyo yan, guys, sa 2. So, these are the two formulas essential for finding the area of segment and area of a sector. Now, given this, paano natin yan masosolve? Nung una, akala ko wala talagang solution, pero as I was figuring it out, may nakita kong butas. And siguro, I think, siguro tama. Siguro lang, guys. Okay? So, ito yung nakita ko pong solution. Kapag hahatiin ito, guys, basically, that's midpoint kasi, itong 1/3 rin na ito mahahati. Para, yung matitira dito, kung if I will redraw this on this part, ganyan, diba? This part, ito, yan yung redraw ko. Yung angle dito is 1/3 divided by 2. Divided by 2, that's equal to 1/6 radians. So, ito, 1/6 radians. So, basically, alam ko na ito rin is equal dito. Joke lang. Hindi pala equal. So, this is 1/3. So, this is 1/3 radians, guys. Alright. So, i-convert ko to sa degrees. Okay. So, 1/6 times 180 over pi times 180 divided by pi. That's equal to approximately 9.6. This is 9.6 degrees. Ito 9.6 degrees. And alam ko na yung this point, guys, itong point na to, papunta dito sa center is r minus 3, diba? Kasi yung buong ito is radius. Now, alam ko rin na itong hypotenuse ko is equal to r. Alright? So, kapag i-redraw ko ulit yan, nagpatayo para mas ma-visualize nyo. Yan. Ito, 9.6 degrees. 9.6 degrees. Yung hypotenuse ko, this is r. And the other side, this is r minus 3. Alright. So, from this setup, pwede ko ba solve yung r using SOHCAHTOA? Since what I have is the adjacent side and the hypotenuse, I will use cosine. Because cosine theta is SOHCA, that's adjacent over hypotenuse. So, cosine of 9.6 is equal to adjacent, which is, ano yung adjacent ko? That's r minus 3 over the hypotenuse, which is r. So, evaluate ko, cosine 9, i-multiply ko yung r dito sa taas. So, that would be r times the cosine of 9.6 degrees is equal to r minus 3. Alright? So, evaluate natin yan. Cosine of 9.6, alright? Times r times cosine of 9.6, that's equal to approximately 0.98, yeah, 0.98 times r, that would be 0.98 r is equal to r minus 3. I-transpose ko yung 3 sa kabilang side, i-transpose ko ito dito sa kabilang side, and yung 3 sa kabila. So, that will be negative, magiging positive 3 is equal to r minus 0.98r. Alright. Let's make some space. Alright. So, r therefore is equal to 1 minus 0.98. That's equal to 0.02 r is 0.02r, and this is 3. So to find for the value of r, divide both sides by 0.02. So r is therefore equal to 3 divided by 0.02, is equal to 150. So the value of my r, guys, radius is 150. Yan. So since I have the value of my r, I can now finally find for the area of its segment and area of its radius. Again, ang radius natin ay 150 inches. So pwede ko lang ma-solve ngayon yung area ng segment na to using this formula. Basically, it's substitution. R squared, that's 150 squared over 2. That's theta. Theta natin is in radians. This is the radian. Yan, yung buong ito, guys, that's 1/3. 1/3 minus sine ng 1/3. So to find the value of that, that would be equal to 150 squared divided by 2 times, okay, I forgot, hindi ako okay, solve natin yan. I-solve na natin yan. First, gamitin ko muna yung degree mode ng calculator ko para i-prove natin na hindi sila parehas. 150 squared divided by 2 times 1/3 minus sine ng 1/3. So ang lumabas na kasagutan ay 3,684.55. Naka-degree mode to, guys. This is the wrong answer. Wrong answer yan, guys, kasi naka-degree mode ako. Dapat yung mode ko dapat nasa radian mode siya. Para gawin yon, that's shift mode. Depende sa calculator yan. Meron ako dito angle unit. Ilagay ko siya sa radian. Okay, naka-radian na ako. Solve ko ulit to. That would be equal to 150 squared divided by 2 times 1/3 minus sine ng 1/3. Ang sagot ko ngayon na naka-radian mode is 69.06. Ito inches squared kasi area yan, guys. So ito, guys, this is the final answer for the area of the segment. The area of the segment is actually this part. This is the segment, yung part lang na to. So to find for the area of the sector, basically para ma-check mo kung tama ka, dapat mas malaki yung sector mo kaysa sa segment. Kasi yung buong sector is this part. Alright? So let's solve for the sector. That would be r squared. R squared natin is 150 squared times theta, that's 1/3, 150 squared times 1/3 divided by 2, you have 3,750. 3,750 inches squared, yun yung buong ito. Yan. So basically, kung medyo naka-scale to, ang liit ng segment na yan, guys. Parang ganyan lang siya. Parang ganyan lang yung segment na yan. Tapos kung ito yung circle, ito yung buong ano. Kasi kung makikita yung difference ng area nila, napakalayo. Diba? Alright, so yes, it is very hard. Okay, kung mapapansin yun, and always akong nag-round off. Pero kapag exam yan, guys, always be accurate. Kung pwedeng hindi nyo pa muna siya i-calculate bago nyo i-multiply para mas maging accurate yung sagot nyo. You get up to 5 decimal places. 4, it depends upon what is required. Then go, para mas accurate. Yung ginawa ko kasi para hindi tayo matagalan, ni-round off ko na lang siya. Alright? Next. Yun. So, ano nga ba po yung lateral area? Lateral area, guys, kung mapapansin nyo sa figure na to, this is that part. Kung ano yung area ng, what you call that, lateral faces. Ito, guys, ito isang lateral face to. Yan. Isang lateral face yan. Ito isang lateral face yan. So, kapag pinag-add mo lahat ng lateral faces, yun yung lateral area. Alright? So, hindi kasama po yung area dito sa base or tsaka sa baba. Kapag yung tinatanong is total surface area, you need to add yung nasa base tsaka sa top. Pero kung hindi yung tinatanong, well, it's not included. Pero kapag lateral area, sabi ko, yung area lahat ng mga nasa palibot dito. So, pagtatanungin, what is the area of a lateral face? Ito lang part, isang face lang kasi lahat ng faces dito ay equally, alright? So, let's solve. Lateral area, the formula yan, you add the perimeter ng top, tsaka yung plus the perimeter of the bottom. Yan. I-times mo yan, guys, sa slant height. Slant height. I-divide mo yan, guys, sa 2. Okay. So, ano ba itong perimeter ng top? Perimeter ng top, basically, i-add mo yung edges ng top mo. Kasi hindi naman always yan na square eh. When we say frustum, pwede yung base niyan can be pentagon, hexagon, nonagon, octagon. Kaya depende. Kapag square yan, guys, basically, multiply mo lang yung side by 4. Perimeter, you just add the edges, the length of the edges. So that's perimeter of top. I-add mo yan sa perimeter ng baba. Now, multiply that with the slant height, guys. Slant height, iba yan sa altitude. Ito, this point to that point, yun yung slant height. Yung from center dito, papunta ng center dito, yan yung altitude. Magkaiba yung length yan. X is yung volume naman. Volume naman of any frustum, guys, that would be equal, guys, sa area ng top plus area ng bottom plus the square root of area ng top times the area ng bottom. Ito, guys, ita-times mo yan sa altitude. Yung ito hanggang dito, ita-times mo yan sa altitude. I-divide mo yan, yung buong yan sa 3. That's right, guys. Alright, so let's solve for this certain problem. Divided by 3. So, solve natin to. First is the lateral area. So, lateral area, guys, is first perimeter ng ating top. Perimeter ng ating top, that's basically 6.4 times 2. Times 4 kasi nga square siya, di ba? 6.4 times 4, that's 25.6. That's 25.6 plus, ano yung sa bottom naman natin, that's 3.6 times 4. 3.6 times 4, that's 14.4. 14.4. I-times natin yan sa ating slant height. Ito yan, guys. Ang slant height natin, hindi pala given yung slant height. Alright? Diba? Kasi yung altitude natin dito is equal to, ilan? Ang altitude natin ay equal yan sa 4. So, kung magdodraw tayo dyan ng part nun, ito yan, guys. Ito yung 4. Yung kailangan natin is yung length na ito. So, paano natin yung mahanap? We can use Pythagorean theorem. Kasi alam din naman natin yung length ng portion na to. Kasi, kung square yan, let's top view. Magdodraw ako ng top view. Kung yan yung square, diba? Ito yung square. Ito, 6.4 yung buong to. Now, since same sila ng center, ito, this is 3.6. So, ngayon, makukuha ko yung itong length na to. This is that length, guys. Ito yan. Yan. That's the length I'm talking about. Para makuha yung length na to, that's 6.4 minus 3.6. 6.4 minus 3.6, that's equal to 2.8, guys. That's equal to 2.8. Itong 2.8, ito yung distance ng part na to, tsaka yung part na to. So, para makuha mo yung distance ng isang part, you divide it by 2, that's basically 1.4. So, itong part na to, that's 1.4. So, para makuha natin yung slant height, this height, we just need to use Pythagorean theorem. That would be equal to c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. So, c is equal to the square root of 4 squared plus 1.4 squared. So, using our calculator, c squared is the square root of 4 squared plus 1.4 squared. That's equal to, approximately, let's get 2 decimal places. C is 4.24. Yeah, that's 4.24. So, ang slant height natin is 4.24. Always, okay? So, yan. Always na mas mahaba po yung slant height natin. Slant height is always greater than your altitude. Always remember that. Kasi nga, naka-slant siya, di ba? Tama ba yung explanation? Yeah, I think so. And divide it by 2. So, doing that, 169.6. This is 169. Since lateral area, that would be equal to meters yon, meter squared. Yan, so yung area ng apat na side na to, kapag pinag-add mo, that would be equal to 169.6. Right? That's our first answer. Next, solve naman natin ngayon yung volume. Volume, basically, that's simple substitution. Kasi naman, square siya, madali siya. Given naman lahat, di ba? Area of top, that's 6.4. That's 6.4 squared. plus area of the bottom. That's 3.6 squared. Depende yung area ng shape ng baba, hindi yan always squared. Plus square root of that's plus square root of 6.4 times squared, times 3.6 squared over 3. Alright, let me make some space. Yan, ito guys, squared yan. Tapos ito, multiply natin sa altitude. Yung altitude, yun na yung 4. Alright, ito na yun. Ito na yung depth. Yan, that's the 4. Alright. Okay. Never interchange slant height sa altitude, guys. Mamamali po kayo ng sagot. Alright. So, use your calculator. 102.61 since this is volume cubic meter. Alright. So, this will be your final answer, guys. Both of these two. Alright. So, always remember, yun nga sabi ko, iba po yung slant height sa altitude. Yung ito, guys, ito po. Ito yung slant height. Yan, yung this point going to that. That's the slant height. This going to that is your altitude. Pwede rin ito, kapag ma-encounter kayo na word, with this part here, from this edge to this edge, iba rin yung distance niyan. We call that the lateral edge. Pero hindi natin yung magagamit for lateral area and volume. Pero siguro baka lumabas yan para alam niyo yung meaning. This is the lateral edge. This is the slant height. This is the altitude. Magkakaiba lahat yung distances ng tatlong yan. Alright? Next problem tayo, guys. Okay, problem number 7. Sabi naman dito, so same lang siya. Ito naman, cone naman siya na hinati. So same formula applies to this, guys. Okay, first natin i-solve is yung lateral area. Lateral area, sabi ko nga, lateral area, guys, that's equal to the perimeter of the top plus perimeter of the bottom. Multiply nyo yan sa slant height. Slant height, divide nyo yan sa 2. Yung given lang sa atin, guys, is this part to this part. That's altitude. Altitude is equal to 17. Pero hindi given sa atin yung slant height. Yung height na yan. So, para makuha yan, I will form a right triangle. Para makuha ko yan. So, para maka-form ng right triangle, so that would be equal, yung form ko dyan, yan. Ito, 17 yan, guys. Para makuha ko to, ito yung slant height. Pero di ko pa alam to. Pero I can draw here a circle. Dalawang circle yan, di ba? Same sila ng center. Ngayon, yung buong ito is 17. Yung sa loob lang, dito, ito, that's 10. So, if I subtract 17 minus 10, that's equal to 7. So, yung part dito, tsaka dito is 7. So, 7 divided by 2, para makuha ko lang yung isang part, that would be equal to 3.5. Ito, 3.5. So, this length here is 3.5. Using Pythagorean theorem, I can solve for the slant height. So, c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. C is therefore equal to the square root of 17 squared plus 3.5 squared. 17 squared plus 3.5 squared. That's equal, guys, sa joke lang, square root of 17 squared plus 3.5 squared. That's equal to 17. C is therefore equal to 17.36. That's 17.36 ito, guys. Yan, that's 17.36. Alright, yes. So if that's 17.36, I can now solve for this problem. So perimeter ng ating top, since a circle yan, ang formula ng perimeter ng circle, or we call it circumference, is 2 pi r. And your r is, yung r nito, wait, let me use another color. Yung r nito is kalahati ng 15. 15 divided by 2, that's approximately 7.5 yan. Times 7.5. Plus perimeter ng baba, that's 2 pi. Times yung r nito, 10 divided by 2. Kasi diameter yung given eh. That would be equal to 5 over 2. Multiply this to your slant height, which is 17.36. So, a simple substitution, guys. Use your calculator. To 681.73. Ito, guys, this is in, so that would be equal to square units kasi wala tayong unit. So, this is the lateral area ng pabilog po na ito. Alright? So next na isosolve naman natin guys is yung volume. Volume nga guys, that's the area of the top plus area of the bottom plus the area, the square of the area of top times area of the bottom divided by 3. Ito lahat to multiply to sa altitude. Altitude ngayon is yung 17. Alright? So substitution, area of top is pi r squared. So that's pi times r natin na una is 7.5 squared plus pi times yung area pang pangalawa ng radius is pi r squared kasi yan plus square root of pi 7.5 squared times to sa pi 5 squared. Right, let's make some space. Dito, lahat yan, i-divide mo yan sa 3. Times natin yan sa value ng A. Ano po yung value ng A natin, guys? That's altitude, which is 17. So, that would be equal to... So, our answer, guys, so, ang volume ng ating container ay equal to 21,114.03 cubic units. Yan. Cubic units. So, ito po yung volume, guys. Yan. Ito po yung, tama, ito po yung volume natin. Then, ito po yung lateral area. So, it applies to all. Alright? So, next problem. Yan. Use the Prismoidal Formula to solve for the value of the Frustum. Alright? So, ano nga ba itong Prismoidal Formula, guys? Ang Prismoidal Formula natin, ang theory niya, when we have a Frustum daw, at hahatiin natin to sa middle, ibig sabihin, middle yan. Kapag hahatiin daw natin yan sa middle, guys, para mahanap yung volume nito, ang formula ng, yung Prismoidal formula is equal yan sa area ng top, that's area, let's say this is area 1, this is area 2, this is area 3. This is area 1 daw plus 4 times ng area 2 plus area 3 divided by 6. Divided by 6, ito, i-multiply natin to sa height. Isa itong alternative para makasolve tayo ng volume ng mga frustums. So, paano kapag yung frustum mo ay kakaiba na? For example, this will be your figure, guys. It will be the same, magiging applicable yan. Area ng top, saka diyang area ng bottom, pwedeng magamit daw yung Prismoidal formula natin. So, i-prove natin na applicable yung Prismoidal formula tsaka yung frustum natin. Alright. So, sa problem na to, I will set coefficients for this. Ito, I'll set this at 4. This is also 4. This is 2. And this is 2. Bali, square siya. So, ngayon, isosolve natin siya using two formulas. Una, yung formula ng frustum, tsaka yung ngayon yung Prismoidal formula. Let's compare kung tama nga ba na equal sila ng sagot. Kung tama nga ba itong Prismoidal formula na nag-a-apply to sa lahat. Alright? So, para gawin yon, I will start with the first one, yung gamit yung ano tawag dito, yung gamit yung formula ng frustum. So, volume is area ng top natin, that's 2 squared, that's equal to 4, plus area ng bottom, that's 4 squared, that's 16, plus the square root of the area ng top at bottom, 16 times 4. I-divide ko lahat yan sa, what do you call that? I-divide ko lahat yan sa 3 kasi volume yan, and times the height. I forgot to mention the height. Let's say that the height of this is at 10. Okay, so let's say that the height of this is 10. Basically, ang sagot niya, that would be equal to, so kapag evaluate natin guys, yung area natin dito is equal to 93.33. Let us prove na using the Prismoidal formula ay masosolve din natin yung volume nito. So, let's solve for this. Let's substitute. Okay, so A1 is area of the top. Ito yung area 1. So, that's 2 times 2, that's 4. Plus 4 times area 2. Ano tong area 2 natin guys? Yung area 2 natin is the area ng kapag nag-cut tayo sa eksaktong middle na parallel dito sa base natin. So ito yan. So paano natin makukuha yung area 2 natin? Basically kailangan nating mahanap kung ano tong length nito tsaka length nito. Now, since alam naman natin na ito ay a regular pyramid, regular siya, yung length nito at length nito, ito yung average niya. So, that's 4 plus 2, that's 6 divided by 2. this should be 3. Same dito, 4 plus 2 divided by 2, this should be 3. So, ngayon, masosolve na natin yung area 2. So, that's 3 times 3, that's 9. Plus, area 3 natin, guys, that's 4 times 4, that's 16. Divided by 6 yan, times yung height, which is 10. So, kapag in-evaluate natin to guys, and nag-result na same sa 93.33, ibig sabihin, tama yung formula natin. Tama yung Prismoidal Formula. Na-prove natin na tama yan. So, that's 4 plus 36, that's 9 times 4 plus 16 divided by 6 times 10. Tantananat, ang sagot ay, dyan, tama, 93.33. Taran! Alright. So, ano nga ba gamit dito? Bakit ko ginawa to? It's just to prove, guys, na Prismoidal Formula applies to every frustum. Kahit yung base niyan is irregular man or regular, this will apply. So, kapag gantong problem, syempre, use the more practical, yung ito, di ba? Yung saan yan? Yung ito, yung lateral and volume, yan. Kasi, ito, ginawa ko lang to prove. So, saan mo pwedeng magamit yung mga gantong problem? Ito, guys, yan. Sa mga problem na ganito. If you find the, ano tawag dito? Yung volume dito, you can use the Prismoidal Formula. This, guys, itong part na to, this is your area 1. This is your area 2. And then down here, this is your area 3. Kapag may mga cases kasi na yung given lang is yung mga areas dito and you are needed to solve for the volume, you can use the Prismoidal Formula. So again, this is the Prismoidal Formula. Area 1 plus 4, area 2 plus area 3 divided by 6 times height. Alright? So that's it mga guys. Let's have a review. Dapat alam nyo po kung paano convert from radians to degrees and vice versa. That would be very important. Next, yun nga, yung mga sa clock problems natin. There are a lot of ways to solve for clock problems. Next, ito yung areas ng sector tsaka segment. You can use a lot of ways to manipulate them. Also, dito guys, yung trigonometry, geometry concepts. Pythagorean theorem. You can use it to find the value of R. Ito, dapat alam niyo yung area ng sector tsaka area ng segment. At ulit, yung formula po na ito, dapat yung theta mo is always naka-radians. Kung naka-degrees yan, you need to convert it to radians para ma-solve mo. However, dapat kapag nag-i-evaluate ka mas lalo sa area ng segment, dapat naka-radian mode yung calculator mo, bro. Kasi kapag hindi yan naka-radian mode, bro, mamamali ka, bro. Alright? Yun. So, sector, segment, I hope you understand that. And andito nga tayo sa lateral area. Volume, you should also know that. And ano pa ba? Yun, ito nga. Ang formula pala ng pyramid tsaka right circular cone, Frustum, right circular Frustum tsaka pyramid na ginawang Frustum ay same lang. Same lang yan, guys. Alright? Magkakaiba lang yan, syempre, for finding the areas, di ba? For volume, that would be the same in also lateral areas. And lastly, ito nga yung Prismoidal Formula natin. Kapag may mga shapes na binigay, may mga frustum na binigay na hindi pwedeng solve yung gamit yung mga regular formulas, this will save you guys. This is the Prismoidal Formula. So that's it mga bis. I hope you have learned something. That's it for this first sem. I hope I have been helpful for you. If you think I have helped, comment down below. I love you guys. That's it. Bye-bye, mga bis.